What's up, my band of outlaws, and welcome back to another upload of the Pokemon Premier League. This week we are facing Under the Radar, aka Kelly, and we desperately need a win because we have one. So if we don't win this week, we're pretty much gonna be relegated down to the Division 2, which we just can't have. We can't have. So this week is a must win. Plus last week I promised you a win. I said it at the end of the video. I said I promise you a win next week, and I do remember it. So let's go through the team real quick as I show you Kelly's team real quick as well, which you can see on the side there. So Kelly, Under the Radar, the Baltimore Braviarys have Infernape, Azumarill, Garchomp, Amoonguss, Reuniclus, Alomomola, Togetic, Rhydon, and Electros. So very bulky options in Reuniclus, Amoonguss, Alomomola, Togetic, Rhydon, Electros can be bulky. You can run physically defensive Garchomp. Pretty bulky team. And he has some quick offense hard hitting offense in there as well in Azumarill. Infernape, Garchomp, Reuniclus can hit like a truck. Rhydon can actually hit like a truck too. Electros can put out some decent damage. So it's not a fun team to face, but team build for it I did. And first up on the team build, as you can see, is Galvantula Mortimer. With the Life Orb, Compound Eyes, with Volt Switch, Giga Drain, Hidden Power Ice, and Bug Buzz. Has 212 speed, Timid. I'm pretty sure that outspeeds max speed Garchomp, and the rest just went into HP because it could. Volt Switch, because if he doesn't bring Garchomp, I can just Volt Switch around and have a good time. And Volt Switch, of course, hits Azumarill pretty hard. I didn't really want to bring Thunder this week, because I wanted to bring the HP Ice instead for Garchomp, in case he switches in Garchomp on my expected Thunders or Volt Switches. Giga Drain there for, of course, Rhydon, and Bug Buzz there for Reuniclus. So pretty standard Galvantula. Life Orb as well for extra damage. I didn't really need Sticky Webs this week because, except for Infernape and Garchomp, his team is actually pretty slow. So Sticky Webs weren't really needed this week. Next up, I had Rocky Helmet Vaporeon. Bold, 252, 252, and 8. With Wish, Scald, Ice Beam, and Heal Bell. Pretty standard Vaporeon. Rocky Helmet's there for damage on Infernape. This is my Infernape wall, pretty much. That's like its dedicated job, is to be an Infernape wall. If it can take hits from physical Garchomp too, that'd be great, but this is purely here for Infernape, because fire types kind of have a fun time with my team. Wish, just there because I can take any one hit and wish up from people. And he has a lot of Pokemon on his team that wouldn't be able to one-hit KO Vaporeon, such as Alomomola, Togetic, Amoonguss, so I can wish up quite often. Scald, because you got to have Scald. Ice Beam for the Togetic, and Garchomp, and Heal Bell, in case he wants to bring, like, Trick Reuniclus with a Flame Orb, or Amoonguss gets out a few Toxics. Just stuff like that. Next, or of course, Alomomola got Scald Burn. Next up, we have Sandy, the Mamoswine, who is Choice Scarf, 148 HP. That outspeeds a fully invested Jolly, Garchomp, and Infernape. The rest goes into HP as Ice Shard, Earthquake, Freeze Dry, and Knockoff. Freeze Dry for the Alomomola switching, of course. Earthquake for damage, Ice Shard for damage, Knockoff for damage. That's pretty much all that can be said about Mamoswine. You just bring stuff for damage. That's all I ever do with Mamoswine, so there's that. Next up is one of our new people, one of the new members of the team, which is Spiritomb. I actually got Spiritomb from dropping Alakazam, and I picked up Spiritomb and who's the other one? Spiritomb and Golem. But Spiritomb is coming this week with a Flame Orb, with special defensive investment, full on specially defensive, Will-O-Wisp, Pain Split, Shadow Ball, and Trick. If I can Will-O-Wisp a Azumarill, or I can Will-O-Wisp a Garchomp, or even Rhydon, that'd be great. If I can Will-O-Wisp a lot of things, that'd be great, because he has such a bulky team, any chip damage would have been fantastic. Pain Split because Spirit Tomb doesn't have reliable recovery, and I'm hoping I can take any one hit from something and Pain Split back up, especially with the fact that Spirit Tomb only has base 50 HP, so that'll do quite a bit of damage. Shadow Ball there for the Reuniclus, so I can switch in on Psychics, and Trick is there to trick off the Togetic Eviolite if Togetic comes in to try and hit me with a Dazzling Gleam. If I can hit a Trick on Togetic, get that Eviolite off, and put a Flame Orb on it, that would be absolutely perfect. That is the thought process behind that. Next up we have Mew, Chew the Mew, who is a Leftovers Swords Dance variant this week, and physically defensive, because why not? Physically defensive to take hits from Garchomp, Azumarill, Infernape, and I can Swords Dance up on a lot of things. The only thing that really wants to hit me is Shadow Balls from Reuniclus, so that's that. Zen Headbutt, knock off Seed Bomb, pretty good coverage. Zen Headbutt hits Infernape and hits a lot of things from neutral. Knock off for Reuniclus, and just to knock off some items, and Seed Bomb to hit a Rhydon that might come in that might be physically defensive, because Rhydon physically defensive with Eviolite is no joke. And then we have Mega Venusaur with Modest Nature, full HP, Growth, Substitute, Giga Drain, and Sludge Bomb. Mega Venusaur does the work to his team. It puts in damage against Alomomola, Togetic, Azumarill, Rhydon. Azumarill can't really touch it. Infernape's not going to have much for it either. Togetic's not going to have anything for it. Electros doesn't really have anything for it. So Growth and Substitute were really good options for me this week. If I could get up 2 Growths, I can pretty much sweep my way through the team. So that was the plan. Mega Venusaur was very much the win condition in this match. So that's the team that's going to be taking on Kelly. Place your bets right now if you think we're going to win. Like I said, I did promise you a win, guys, but I've made promises before, and they don't always pan out. But let's go straight over to the match. If I can get it up, there we go. Woo, the match. So he brought the Alomomola, Reuniclus, Infernape, Togetic, Azumarill, and Electros. I was very happy not to see Garchomp, because that was the main offensive threat to my team. That was the one offensive threat that I kind of didn't really have anything for to take hits from. Whereas Infernape, I had Vaporeon, of course, as I mentioned, and Azumarill, I have Venusaur. Alomomola, I can deal with a lot of things on his team. The scariest thing on his team is probably that Reuniclus. So, without further ado, let's start watching the match. I started off with Galvantula, as he started off with Alomomola, which is fine. I go for the Volt Switch. He has a Wakan Berry, so I only do 30%, and I reveal I'm Life Orb. I go out into Vaporeon here, assuming he can't do anything to me at all. And he goes for Miracle! Big damage on Vaporeon, which I did not expect. I go for the Wish, knowing that there's not really much Alomomola can do to me at this point. I mean, Alamola's move pool, attacking move pool especially, is quite low. Even if he went for HP Grass, I would take it pretty well, and I could Wish up. He switches out into the Infernape, though. Here I make the ballsiest of ballsy plays, because Thunder Punch from this range... Sorry to keep pausing it, but these first few turns were quite crucial to the match. Thunder Punch would have killed me from this range. Earthquake Choice Band might have killed me from this range. Quite a few things he'd done from this range could have killed me. So if I switched out here, it wouldn't have been like the craziest thing to think. It wouldn't have been like, wow, he switched out. Like, it's not crazy to think about. So he sets up a Swords Dance, assuming I'm going to switch out here so I can get a free switch into something else with Wish. I stayed in though and went for the Scald and put massive damage on Infernape, which was crucial. That was such a big turn to put that much damage on Infernape, because now he pretty much can't hit Vaporeon without killing himself to Rocky Helmet. Pretty much can't hit me without killing himself to Rocky Helmet. So that was an absolutely massive turn. And I get my Wish back as well, so that is perfect. He clicks Flare Blitz here just to cut his losses as he goes down to the Rocky Helmet. This was actually a replay though. This was a replay, by the way, guys, because the first time we done it on Wi-Fi and we disconnected. The first time that happened, he died to recoil rather than Rocky Helmet. So, Vaporeon still doesn't have a kill, which is upset, but it's still done its job. Reuniclus comes in now, though. I don't really want to take a potential Energy Ball or anything, so I just go out into Mew to see what he wants to do, in case he wants to go for Psychic. Does go for Shadow Ball. Special Defense drop is a bit annoying, so I have to switch out here. I don't want to take another one, and I don't have time to set up a Swords Dance. I just go out into Spiritomb, aka Facial, as he goes for the Toxic, which was a really good move. Also told me that he is Magic Guard, because he wasn't worried about Mew synchronized Toxic onto his Reuniclus. He switches out though as I go for Shadow Ball for damage, because I was trying to get a read on what kind of spread he had on Reuniclus. He expected me to switch out there. I just stayed in and clicked Pain Split to get my Spiritomb back up to full health. Toxic's starting to stack up a little bit now. He's playing the switching game a lot as he goes into Electros. I went for Will-O-Wisp here, just to confirm that he was Magic Guard, and I burned Electros, which is great. Acid Spray on Electros though causes some problems, because now Toxic's really adding up. I've lowered my special defense by 2, so I absolutely have to switch out here. There's no way I can stay in, otherwise I'm pretty much sacking off Spiritomb, and I still need it to put pressure on that Reuniclus and potential Togetic. I did get a Pain Split off though, so extra damage on Electros takes down to nearly half, as I'm down to half. I switch out here though, out into Venusaur, thinking there's not much he can do to me. Luckily he goes for Giga Drain, which does nothing at all, as he's down to half. Now I can get my Mega Evolution off, which is great. He goes for Acid Spray, again lowers my special defense. I actually expected him to switch there, which is why I went for Substitute, but it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing in the world, because he goes for Flamethrower to break my sub, and I can kill him off with a Giga Drain, which he doesn't kill him off, but he dies to burn. So kill for Spiritomb, because he put the burn on. Go Spiritomb, you're amazing. Reuniclus comes out here though. I switch out into Spiritomb, not wanting to take a Psychic on my Venusaur. Like I said, it's my win con. He goes for the Psychic, which is great. Take a little bit of toxic damage, and now I can just click Pain Split again, because most of his mons are full health. Oh no, I clicked Shadow Ball there. Why did I not click Pain Split? I'm crazy. I should have clicked Pain Split there. Most of his mons were full health, so I should have clicked Pain Split to get my damage back up. But I think I was still trying to get a read on what Reuniclus set he was, because I didn't know if he was maybe if he was like fully special attack, or he had any special defense investment, because that really decided how I attacked it. Whether I went knock off Mew to kill it off, or Bug Buzz Galvantula to kill it off. That really decided. So I was going to click Shadow Ball just to see its defensive investments in one or the other, to try and get a gauge on it. But I got the Shadow Ball off on Togetic, which was nice damage to have on Togetic as well. I don't like having a full health Togetic around. Toxic again starting to add up. Instead of going, he must not have had Dazzling Gleam, so he just switched out there. I clicked the Trick to get its Eviolite off. Instead I get a Colbur Berry, so knockoff Mew definitely wouldn't have worked. Definitely confirmed that he's whatever he is, Magic Guard. I got a crit Shadow Ball there. The first time we played this, I didn't get a crit Shadow Ball, so that's a bit annoying. He clicks Recover, which he done the first time. Spiritomb went down here. The first time we played it though, Shadow Ball done about 30, and he clicked Recover and went back up to full health, or near enough full health. I think he was at like 98%. He had like a tiny sliver of damage. So here I just went into Vaporeon and switched out into Galvantula, just so he could go back to full health like he was in the original battle. In the original battle, Spiritomb still died to Toxic there, and when he went to full health I still brought in Galvantula, so that's why that turn happened like that. So here is where we go balls to the wall, because here I'm perfectly happy just clicking Bug Buzz to get damage off on this Reuniclus. If it done half, that would be great, because Mew could probably come in and kill it with a knockoff, or Mamoswine could come in and kill it with a knockoff. If it done more than half, then I could still kill it with a knockoff. If it done less than half, I could still kill it with a knockoff. I just wanted damage on this Reuniclus pretty much. I was perfectly happy to sack off Galvantula at this point. So I just clicked Bug Buzz, and I Oko it! Oko Bug Buzz with the Life Orb. That was a max roll. That was the max roll. The max roll was, I think, 102%. So I got a max roll pretty much on that. But, like I said, even if I clicked Bug Buzz and he went down to, like, 25%, I could have just gone off into Mew there, click Knockoff. No one on his party really wants to take a Knockoff. If Alomomola came in, I click Knockoff, and then I could have got a free Swords Dance up. If Togetic came in, I'd knock off its Eviolite, and if Azumarill comes in, I would have knocked off its item, which I won't tell you yet, because it is actually quite cool. He brings in the Alomomola here, expecting me to go for the Volt Switch again. He clicks Mirror Coat. I remembered that he has Mirror Coat, so I just straight switched out. He goes out into Azumarill as I click Wish. And now I get a free switch into my Venusaur, because Azumarill can't do anything to Venusaur. Not really. He goes for Play Rough, that puts me down to half, but Wish puts me back up to full. And here is the greatest Azumarill ever, as it has Power Herb Bounce. Woo! That was cool. I did not expect Power Herb Bounce. That was really, really cool. That put me down to half. If he'd gone for that, predicting me to switch into Venusaur, this could have been a totally different battle. So luckily he just went for Play Rough against Vaporeon. It left me with enough health that I could still get a sub up, which was fine by me. He has to click Bounce again because nothing he has is going to break my sub. So I click Growth, knowing I can get one off. He bounces away my Substitute, which is fine by me. I just click Giga Drain to get pretty much a lot of my over half my health back. I'm sitting at +1/+1. And I know there's nothing Alomomola can do to me or Togetic can do to me, so I just set up another sub. I wanted to get up 2 more growths just in case, because I really couldn't afford for Giga Drain to not kill when he had Mirror Coat. So I clicked, and I didn't want to leave it to chance that Togetic would survive in case it was like nasty plot variant or something. So I just get up 2 more growths and kill with Giga Drain and Sludge Bomb on Togetic. And we get a win! Oh! We got a win! We got a 5-0 victory! Finally, another victory for the West Shan United. So, good game to Kelly. Good game to Kelly. The Baltimore Braviarys. But we are finally on 2 wins. So, thank you guys for your support on these battles so far. I know I'm not the greatest battler around, but I do try and have fun with it. And I hope you guys do too. Next week, we are facing the AS Monferno, who are on the exact same points as us. We're both at the bottom of the table. So next week is another must-win game. Whoever loses that match is almost guaranteed to be relegated or playing in the playoff match. And the way the playoff match works is that the person who finishes 3rd from bottom in the D1 league has to face the person who finishes in, I think it's 2nd in the D2 league. And then the winner of that match goes to D1 and the loser goes to D2. So we really have to win because we don't want to play that playoff match. We just want to stay up in our position. Thank you guys for watching this video though. I hope you enjoyed it. We got another win. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a dislike. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Check out Kelly. His channel's in the description. And I will see you all for another Pokemon Premier League battle very, very soon. Take care guys and bye-bye.